Bald eagle just flew over, guys. We could not get a shot of it. It was just kind of out of the blue, and there he was right in front of us. It is considerably colder now than when we took our first videos. It is very cold. We're deep in it now. We're still in this national park area, so we're on the lookout. We saw 2 whale tails a few minutes ago. Oh, Leslie got a nice picture. 2 whale tails a few minutes ago, and we got bald eagle again, and we saw a couple sea otters, not otters, sea lions, and oops, Captain's gonna talk. Hold on.
We are approaching Johns Hopkins Glacier.
John Hopkins
As we
Glacier.
look ahead of us, surrounding corner, we will eventually come into view of another great glacier coming down from the mountains.
Alright, this is the glacier the captain was talking about. We switched to the other side of the ship. He said we're about 5 miles away. I'm going to zoom it for you. And not sure if you picked it up, but he said we couldn't go much further because there's thousands of otters out there on top of the icebergs, mating and protecting themselves from the whales. So we don't want to disturb them. Although I wouldn't mind seeing them. I'm going to switch over to binoculars and see if I can spot one.
This is the world as it is. Always has been and always will be. Changing. Glacier Bay isn't just a place. It's a process. This time I'd encourage you all to be on deck to view Johns Hopkins Glacier and this magnificent refuge it has created. On behalf of myself and Ranger Ashley and Ranger Akasha, thank you for visiting Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve. This is Ranger Garrett signing off.
We've run yet again to the other side of the ship because we were turning, so we're going to turn towards the glacier. So we get to see everything. About a 180-degree view here. Glacier's coming into view on the left. Right there, but I'm going to keep part of the ship out of the view. We're turning. Get ready, it's going to be awesome. It's coming into view on the left. Alright, we have moved all the way to the top, deck 12, and we're obviously at the bow of the ship now. We were at the far stern. Well, actually, we were on the port and starboard side. We're just kind of running back and forth. We're not as high as you can go, but as high as we can go. Check out all those Starlink antennas up there. Anyway. Check out the clouds lifting over here at this peak. Top of the mountain. Finally, that's the first time we've seen them, I think. Look how blue it is. That's real. That's how blue it really is out here. Incredible. Well, it doesn't get much more Alaska than this, I think. Without going to some sort of extreme temperatures. It's pretty nice. Alright, so we're taking a little break. And we're up here on the 12th deck. This is called 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐿. We've been up here many times. Excellent view, panoramic view of the whole front of the ship as we're moving. And it's a bar. And today, they're giving away free salmon chowder soup. Salmon chowder, it's delicious. They've got some pastries over there for free. They've got some hot chocolate for free. They're selling some kind of books or something, hats maybe. I think I'll go over there and look at that. But this is where we found that so far we haven't tried every bar on the ship, but we like this bar. They make excellent drinks up here. So I think he just said this is the closest to shore we've been, or will be. And we are very close to shore. Alright guys, good morning from Glacier Bay, Alaska. And I told you one of the things I wanted to see was icebergs. Well, here they are. So, I'm going to call them icebergs, which is what they are. There's little chunks of ice that are falling off from that glacier. So the captain has parked the ship and slowly spinning us 360 degrees so everyone can see everything. And we are about to be right in front of that glacier. There's two glaciers he called off, and I can't remember the name of either one. There's a bird.
Sounds like a female name.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I'm not sure. I will get it for you though, and if I can get it, I'll put it in the description. But we're about to be right up front with it. Yep, very blue. And this stuff hanging off the side of the ship is going to be out of view here in just a second as we turn. In fact, I'll just go on over here. You can get a good shot right here. There we go. Unobstructed. And there it is. A glacier right in front of us with icebergs. Cue the Titanic music. Well, the captain is swinging us around. I've got more stuff coming up. I think I'm just going to stay where I am because he's rotating for us, and there's a lot of people out here today. But there's the glacier right there behind me. Let's see if Leslie stands here. We might be able to get it in this shot. Oh yeah, there it is. That's the glacier right there behind us. All right, well, we're going to do the best we can. The cold is messing with these cameras. Hopefully I can make this come out pretty good for you guys. So the glacier that we were pointing at a few minutes ago is already out of sight that way. So we're swinging, I think, towards the second one. And those aren't glaciers. That's just like a waterfall that froze. But I think the Alaska bucket list has been completed now. Glaciers, bears, eagles, whales, sea lions, even an otter, which he said was, the tour guide said was incredibly rare. It's the first one he had ever seen. Just a couple, they're very small here, the otters. They're white colored, they just kind of look like a rock, like a little ball. But we got close enough to see they were real.
I saw bald eagles. You didn't mention that already.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said eagles right near the beginning. And these are
Gulls.
Yeah, gulls. There's a lot of seagulls because, well, they're looking for trash. Okay, so we're gonna do a little director's view here. So you're seeing me, and you're seeing both lenses at the first time. And this is actually helping me get some exposure that I was trying to get. So this is ignore me and look at the picture, the video. The exposure is very difficult out here. So I'm going to zoom us in on that. Yeah, hello. We're going to zoom us in on that. Oh, in director's view, I forgot I can't zoom. I can move me though. There we go.
Code Alpha, day 10, zone 2, cabin number 0012.
All right, we're going to take a little walk forward as we're spinning around. You can see some sights behind me. They've got deckhands all over the place out here now. They don't usually do that, but because of all the ice in the water, and there's people stationed everywhere on all 12 decks right now. They're on a big lookout for anything that could be dangerous to us. There's not very many large ice chunks. I have seen one when we were eating breakfast. It was probably the size of a Volkswagen, maybe a little bigger. That's probably the largest one I've seen, but these can break off anytime. So we've got the glacier in front of us again. I'm gonna flip it around. And the reason we're out here hanging around is there's something called what's it called? Calving?
Yes.
Calving, where a big chunk of the glacier breaks off. So we're kind of, I mean, it's very rare anyone ever gets the video or photo of that, but we're hoping if it happens, we'll catch it on film.
I'll have all the chunks that are at the base.
Yeah, let me show you. And this is hard to photo, I'm just gonna warn you. But all the chunks that are all right there, those have broken off over time, and we're hoping to see you've seen it on TV where like the face of it goes, we're hoping to see that.
Especially on Antarctica.
All right, so there's the glacier again, coming into view. He's spinning for us. And so we're just gonna sort of hold the camera for a while and hope something falls apart. It would be highly unlikely it will happen, but it could. If it does, it'll make a very large crash, and we need to start immediately looking for wildlife, because when the ice hits the water, it will stun the fish, and birds, whales, sea lions, just about anything will come swooping in to try to grab those stunned fish. I hope the color is coming through on there. It's I think it is. It's a kind of like a light blue. And that's because something, I'm probably going to get this wrong, but I think they said it's because it's so clear when the sunlight hits it, the blue rays are the only ones that there. It just broke. Big chunk just broke off right there. You see the splash? So I just caught the splash of it. So some more of that could come loose. So we're just going to focus on that for a while. Did you see that, Leslie? Did you see it? Did you see the calving? Hey, look at this, guys. We got seagulls just chilling in the water down here. And chilling is an appropriate word. That's ice, but there's one. There's another one coming over to join. Anyway, back to the glacier. We just had a small interruption there. A professional photographer from the ship came by and took our picture for us with the glacier in the background. So we're going to check that one out a little later. They've got a nice system here on the Norwegian of taking photos. And you go up to the photo lab and you can just punch in your room number and see everything they've taken on the ship for you. So we had one taken when we first came in, and we just had this one. And they put some cool backdrops down at the dining room to get your picture. So I'm waiting for a better backdrop. They change them every day. Once we get a good one, something snowy maybe. We'll get a picture taken there. Well, we're swinging back around again. I think this is where we started. This is kind of like a ice melt. Do not think that classifies as a glacier. Pretty sure it doesn't, but it's still pretty awesome. And I think we are pulling away. Guys, it appears we're pulling away, but I do believe we're heading to another glacier. This is Glacier Bay after all. That was quite the sight. I can't wait to see the next one. Well, I have it zoomed in pretty far. There we go. Well, we got the kind of the whole shot there, the mountains, the water, and the glacier.